Great morning, divine angels. See, if you and I are divine angel, that it is you and I are somebody who could be a role model for everybody around us. So that's the biggest advantage that we have, and we can make a difference for myself as well as for every person around me. That's an opportunity for us. That's an opportunity always there with you and me. Now, this is a topic which I chose when I posted that message. I was thinking about that. What should we discuss this week? What can we discuss this week? Something which can be interesting where we may be able to apply NLP. Because connecting with NLP is very important whenever we are picking up any topic. And throughout that, I was only focusing on that how I can minimize my use of all the digital devices that are around me, that are accessible to me. And the most closest one is the mobile phone. That's where we can start. However, there are many areas where we are living a life of digital toxification. It's not only just the mobile phone. There are many areas. And while I thought about it, and then I later started studying about it, see, I automatically got addicted to my digital nature, the digital addiction. And when I posted the message, after that, I probably was there with my own digital devices for at least 1.5 to 2 hours. I was looking for different videos. I was looking for other information on the social media. Then the images that I picked to connect with those morning posts, this satsang post, I was looking for those images, that how I could figure out some appropriate images which will make sense. Actually, what I was thinking of that point of time is that how we can use those 5 days starting from today, at least those 5 days, or preferably the next 7 days, to really detox ourselves from all the things which we are exposed to. So we need to do a little more research, and I'll do that definitely. Again, when I'm talking about research, what I will be doing is I will be getting into the digital mode only. So I was basically laughing at myself that while I was going to bed, it was around 2 o'clock. And I was just laughing at myself to see what I'm doing almost for last 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Instead of digital detoxification, I'm getting into toxic mode. Just because of one objective, that tomorrow morning I will be delivering this session, we will be delivering this session. We have to run a video over there, and there will be some discussion over there. So picking up the discussion points. So that is where I catch myself. But what was I will ever since I posted this message in the group, though I was catching myself many times that on one side I'm talking about digital detoxification, and on the other side I'm preparing myself with all these toxic elements to create the seminar, to create the workshop. So, and I myself was asking myself questions, and yet, despite all those things, I continued doing that for some time. So it's a kind of yes, no. Should I continue it? Should I don't continue it? करना चाहिए, नहीं करना चाहिए. And on one side, it was telling me, if this is the topic of your choice, just leave it. Other one is saying, if this is a topic of your choice, you prepare yourself, because you are the creator of this topic right now. So naturally, you have to prepare yourself. You will be doing the talking, you will be posting the message and all that. So what I did eventually when I went to bed last night, I thought, okay, let me do at least one thing. And that one thing which I did is that normally I get my alarm clock to get up in the morning. So what I did while I was going to bed last night is I just desperately didn't use that. So I thought that जब नींद खुलेगा तब देखा जाएगा, अभी तो सो जाते हैं. And I just told myself exactly that my subconscious also at that time कि जितना सोना है सो जाओ, बस सुबह उठ जाना जरूर, at least you should get up before 6 o'clock because people will be there, और फिर तुम्हारी बेइज्जती हो जाएगी अगर तुम नहीं रहोगे. So these are the kind of messages I was telling myself when I went to bed last night. But desperately, this one thing I did that I didn't get my alarm. I just, वो वैसे auto mode में चलता है तो I just switched it off. Let me see what happens in the morning. So naturally I got up around 5:40, I believe, 5:38 precisely. So when I see how things are connected, the moment I got up, the first thing which I did is I just checked the mobile. Time क्या हुआ? तो मैंने देखा it was 5:38. I said, चलो ठीक है, the people may be there in the session because this is a topic of interest for everybody. So even if I'm not there, they must have got started and having some good conversation. And then I refreshed myself and then I got into it. So that refreshment that I was doing with myself was also in a hurry kind of thing. Within 7 minutes, I had to do many things so that I can be in the session and log in. And then I was noticing that what is going on with me. So one thing which I'm very happy is that this morning satsang that we do, उसका एक तो बहुत तगड़ा positive point ये है कि though it is digital, but it is all auditory. Like there are no visual element except to figure out who is there in the session, and the moment I'm about to close my session or close my part of the speech, whom I can pass the baton to. These are the only points where I use the visual part of the digital activity. However, what about auditory? Now, even for the auditory, what I do, I use the earphone. So I put it in my ears. Why? Because I want to ensure that nobody gets distracted or disturbed when I'm listening to this session. What I did today deliberately is I am not using that earphone. I said, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. किसी को भी disturbance होता है तो होगा. Let me see what happens. So I don't know if it is disturbing anybody, but at least nobody has come up to me and asked me to switch it off or like reduce the volume or anything else, or like you go out kind of thing. अभी तक किसी ने कुछ बोला नहीं. One more thing which I do when I get into this morning session is I take a walk in my society while the session is on. So today I'm not doing that also. Naturally, that's not a healthy sign, but yes, I'm still in that mode of how to make this workshop useful, interesting, as far as detoxification of digital activities is concerned. So one thing that I'm focusing on, at least for this workshop, is okay, let me apply it on myself instead of telling anybody कि ये करना चाहिए, वो करना चाहिए. करना चाहिए ये तो that is the norm. The question is कर क्या रहे हो? That is most important. So like, it's not a game of what like what you must do, what you should do. It's a game of what am I doing? Am I practicing it? Am I actually doing it? So many thoughts came to my mind while I was deciding the topic. And two words were very clear, that digital detoxification or digital detox. I was looking forward to adding some more words to it. So one thought I eventually came up with was let's practice. Another thought came up was mindful. That how much mindful I am when I'm talking about digital detoxification. Mindfully doing it, like at least you're prepared, you know what you're doing. That also came to my mind as a topic. And what I would like to invite you is let us look into this whole topic from a different perspective altogether. Like it's all about like being in an active mode, active practice. It's not just like कि चलो करके देखते हैं क्या होता है देखा जाएगा. Come out of that stage. You it's like be responsible for it. You be in the cause mode. That whatever happens, let myself be in the cause mode. Let me be that person or that being who is actually practicing it such that whatever I'm practicing, if I'm talking about it to somebody, that will reflect on my activities, that will reflect on my being that way. This is the starting point, like हम बच्चों को बोलते हैं कि ये नहीं करना चाहिए, वो नहीं करना चाहिए, और खुद तो करते नहीं, और जो दिखता है वही बिकता है. तो I think that this should be the starting point. Let us be that role model first. As Preeti was talking about this whole thing, I really loved it. Like she said that मेरे पास time ही नहीं है mobile phone देखने का. Like she keeps her busy so much, so much. And like as I moved into this coaching industry, a big chunk of my time is going into this digital mode only. Apart from that, I am into digital marketing. So that is also calling me into digital. When I was looking at it, that how I am spending my day every day, I discovered there's a big chunk of time which I am already connected digitally. The question is that where I can keep myself free. So essentially, eventually what I was thinking about when I was going to bed last night is how was my life before I started using WhatsApp? That is the first thing I thought about. Let me think about it, because that is taking the big chunk of my time. I'm using it like anything. Not for gossiping or not for chatting, but only and only if I look forward to that where I'm using WhatsApp, I discovered that I'm only using it fundamentally for business purpose. That I'm only taking interest in those discussion which is of some interest as far as my business is concerned. So if I'm looking forward to being a coach, so I'm whenever there are messages in the group, at least I read the message which is in NLP and Beyond group, because that's a group where people maintain discipline, put messages which are of value, which are of interest. Then I look at my own business group, my own professional group, which is Magic of Transformation. Thankfully, people are even more disciplined over there. They really do not post messages over there unless they think this is mandatory or this is useful. And respect that platform. So these are the two platforms which I read normally when I read WhatsApp. And then there are my own business activities related different groups. However, the best thing is that let me identify where are the areas where I can create this opportunity for me to come back to my old life before WhatsApp. So first thing which I was very clear about for today is let me minimize use of WhatsApp. Though I already use as less as possible, but still it is not that less which should be there. That is according to me now, as I was analyzing my activities throughout the day. So for me, like today is avoiding WhatsApp. Let me see how it works. So I will probably check my messages only after 2 hours kind of thing. So only because of my recent activities, I check my WhatsApp almost every 15 to 20 minutes at least. Though I have stopped all the notifications, they don't disturb me. But it is my own internal notification, that keeps me, चलो देख लेते हैं, कुछ मैसेज आ सकता है, कुछ मैसेज आ सकता है, किसी का बिजनेस मैसेज आ सकता है, किसी का कोई जरूरी मैसेज आ सकता है. I am getting to those mode. Then I am also into personal conversations. So every day I have a 2 to 3 one-on-one conversations which goes on. And then there are some activities which I allow people to do, and I invite people to do. So because of those also I check my WhatsApp. कि मैंने किसी कुछ एक्टिविटी करने के लिए दिया है, and have they done that activity, are they posting their message or not, and then I am considering it as अरे ये बहुत जरूरी है, देख लेना चाहिए. चलो इतना भी नहीं कि 2 घंटा बहुत ज्यादा गैप हो जाता है. 2 घंटा मत करो, कम करो. So this morning I picked up this, at least what I will be doing, that only during the even hours like 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 p.m., 4 p.m., I will watch my WhatsApp, at least for today. Let me see how it works. So just like conscious approach to an activity. which might be able to, where I can at least specifically measure. Like if I talk about smart, specific, measurable, uh, then achievable, realistic, and time bound. So I'm looking forward to setting up those kind of small goals, which are really specific, which is really measurable, which is realistic, which is actually achievable in both terms, in terms of can, in terms of will, and obviously time bound. So that's what I picked up from for myself today. That I will check my WhatsApp next at say 10 o'clock, then maybe at 8 o'clock kind of thing, or maybe at 12 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8, then again 8 o'clock in the evening. Let me see how it works and how much it helps me. That's what I have picked up for today. That this is the activity that I will be doing. And tomorrow I will share that what I noticed, how did it help me. And then I can come up with many other options. So let me see what can be done. But yes, at the end of these 5 days, I will be definitely feeling some kind of enlightenment as far as my digital activities are concerned. That as I listen my digital activities, how I am experiencing the enlightenment in my life. That's what I am focusing on for this week to start with as of now. And so that's all from my side. And it's like with this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself now? That is most important. And reset your mindset, make your life amazing in every possible way, no matter what, whatever it takes. At least for today, starting from now till the time you go to bed tonight.